You don't get it.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
Hey, that's the topic this week. That's the epi name. You want honey? That's it, bro. That's it.
You don't have no idea what honey is about.
I'll give you honey.
You got honey plenty of times. You better stop.
Didn't even know.
You don't know it.
I hit it with something else. Not even the honey. I hit it with something else.
All right, so welcome to episode, I can't even call it. It's been so long, I don't even remember what number we're on. Probably close to 40, but League with No Name, it's your boy Beans. Got Moose here.
Your boy.
Got J.A. here. Got Cheese here. How's
Bearded
everybody
cheese.
doing? It's been a while.
Champ cheese, bearded cheese.
I mean, shout out to my boy Deion Waiters, Champ Cheese.
It's been a good week.
Month, bro, maybe. at least a month. It's a good
It's been
week.
like a month since we've been on, but a lot has gone on. Y'all want to start with some recaps of the season, or y'all want to talk about some stuff that's more recent that's been going on?
Hey, I don't live in the past, man. I'm off that season.
I mean, either way, we're gonna get to it. But so
New coach me.
let's start with what's going on right now. Stafford just got traded to the Rams. What y'all think about that trade?
I like it. I love it.
I think it worked for both sides, man. Honestly, I think the Lions got a lot of back for Matthew Stafford. He's not an old quarterback, but he's not a real young quarterback. So I feel like they got a lot for someone who's like pushing the envelope towards old.
I agree with that. Jay, how you feel?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I liked it for the Rams. I think Matt Stafford, like he can win games for you. Like he could be clutch. Just never having a defense or a running game, that's pretty much derailed him. And like just weird injuries with him. But best defense he's ever had, best running back he's probably ever had. I mean, I know he had Reggie Bush for a year. He went over 1,000, but Cam Akers just look like he's going to be, one of the good young backs. So we'll see. I mean, it was a lot, but I understand why because of Goff's contract. But it can put him over the top. But we've never seen Matt Stafford really have to be, when it really mattered. Like he's never played those type of games yet. He's lost every playoff game. So I guess the time will tell.
Yeah.
I was going to say that he doesn't have the weapons that Rams has, but honestly, I like Galladay, Marv Jones.
They're too inconsistent though. Like
inconsistent. You think?
Galladay could get you. He could get you 150, and he also could just not get a target from Stafford, which is crazy with the type of arm he has. And Marvin Jones is, but Kupp and Woods are way better than him. So
he has a better cash, you think, over there with the Rams?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, those two receivers alone, like
Kupp's a dog, but I saw him disappear this season as well a couple times.
You got Goff throwing him the ball. He went games. I remember last year, I think he went a game without even getting a target.
Yeah.
Like Goff
I don't know if is it Goff or is it Kupp, but they got some weapons over there on both sides.
True.
Cheese, you said you loved it. Why?
Because the type of quarterback I think that they need is what Matt Stafford is. You put that with McVay, all the weapons that they got. I mean, Matt Stafford has never been in an offense like that. He's had what? Calvin Johnson.
Jim Bob Cutter.
We never really had great coaching. They never really put great pieces around him. He never had
definitely a running back.
Did he have the boy Roy Williams?
Please.
He might have. Honestly, he might. I don't think he did. That might have been Culpepper. That might have been Culpepper there and Joey Harrington. I think it was Joey Harrington.
I just think what Matthew Stafford has done in the past, he hasn't played in big games, but when they came down to the moments, remember he threw that game-winning touchdown on a separated shoulder? Like, it's just certain stuff you can't get from
Ended us this year.
Yes, he almost ended us, but luckily he got hurt, and Chase Daniels had to come in and throw a pick. But He's known for he can throw 400 yards. You can drop back and actually throw with him and be productive. Goff, soon as the running game not working, if you got Goff and the running game's not working, you might as well throw in the towel. It's over. Because Goff ain't gonna get you what you need. Matthew Stafford has shown year after year, because he's never had a running game, that he can do it with his arm. They just got to put the right pieces around him. The Lions suck at drafting. I mean, they got a new regime in there, so we'll see what they do. But the old Matt Stafford regime, it never really put him around talent. They drafted a tight end, 8th pick. What are you doing? Lions always suck. So, I mean, I like what Snead and McVay doing over there. They already been to one Super Bowl. If Goff ain't I don't want to say, but if he ain't shit to bet in the Super Bowl, they might be champions. And then that contract itself tells you a lot. I think what they say, Goff cap hit this year is $43 million, and Matthew Stafford's is $20 million. You trade 2 first-round picks, you get a better quarterback, and you free up $20 million. You could do a lot with that $20 million. Rams only need a couple pieces. You got Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Cam Akers, Matt Stafford. You could do a lot with an extra $20 million with a better quarterback. I mean, I really don't care about the first-round picks because, shit, they're the back end of 20 anyway, and you're not guaranteed to hit on those. So you can hit in free agency because you know what talent's in free agency. So I'd take that if I'm right there at about to win. I'll take that over just guessing, not guessing, but drafting and hoping that player pans out. And you still got to wait time for that player to pans out unless he's a legitimate star. So you're really asking for a lot to depend on draft picks.
Long-winded, but very true.
Shut up.
I hear what y'all saying. I don't know, but for me, just giving up those 2 first-rounders is a little steep for me. I know you don't know what they're going to turn out to be, but you can draft.
They're also, I mean, the picks are also in the 20s at the very least.
Right, you can still find dogs in the 20s. You just got to have a good scouting department. So I don't know. For me, that's a little rich for my blood. Matthew Stafford, the way they've been hyping him up these past couple of weeks, I think they're overrating him a bit. But that might be because I only really watch him when he played the Packers. So those division games tend to be a little different. So I don't really get to see this.
He's sucking those, though. He's sucking those.
Yeah, I don't really get to see this magical Stafford that everybody's talking about. So I'll go watch the highlights. But he never really
He probably didn't care like that either. Like, he probably knew what it was. Like, they really wasn't even winning, like, away game. I think they went, like, a few years without even winning, like, a division away game. That's crazy, bro. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Lions is just dysfunctional. So, hopefully this new scenery.
It's hard to judge them off the Lions. I mean.
Tell you one thing, though. That play action for 80 is going. That arm crazy. So, yeah.
If he can stay healthy, I like him there.
I mean, I like him there. Just the price was steep for me, but we won't stay on that too long. So that's one piece in the quarterback dominoes. So what do we think happens with D. Watt now? Where do we expect him to end up?
I don't know. I just saw a clip.
Gabe watching Jets.
I don't know, man. For me, as long as he get out of the AFC South, I really don't care where he go. It's a win-win for me. I really don't care where he go.
Part of me says, "Oh, go ahead."
No, I got it, Jay.
He was long-winded. I didn't know if he was still going. No, a part of me thinks the Panthers. I think they make a push for him.
I mean, it's tough. It's so many.
So
many teams, man. Even the Raiders. We heard a rumor today that the Raiders are even looking at him. So, like,
everyone should be looking at him. Honestly, if you ain't got a solidified starter, everybody should be looking at D-Watt. If there's a chance, especially how you see. I mean, I know Bill O'Brien's not there, but you see what Hop went for. Like, you'd be a fool not to try at least.
Yeah. What's the most exciting situation? I think the Panthers, they got some good receivers. They got DJ, they got Robbie, Samuel. So they got some pieces there. C-Mac too, so that would be crazy to see him with C-Mac.
What about the Eagles? The Eagles always in talks or something.
Yeah, that RPO with C-Mac might get real.
He definitely ain't going to the Eagles.
The RBO was that?
Nah, we got
They got too
our
much
man.
controversy over there. They ain't nobody going to Philly.
We got our man. We good.
And ran Deuce out the building.
Who y'all mans, Moose? Moose, who y'all mans?
Yeah, who is your man? Wentz or Jalen? Who you talking about? Wentz?
It's Wentz
I
right
know
now.
you ain't talking about Sarah Panini, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
What's the coach name?
it's Ronnie. Nah, man, it's Wentz right now, man. I'm telling you. I hope he has a bounce back year. I mean, all QBs have a year that they slip up with. So I'm just chalking it up and saying Wentz had a bad year. He had a lot of different pieces missing. So I feel like he'll bounce back next year if everybody's healthy.
Not every quarterback has a year bad enough to get benched.
I
he got
mean,
benched in the playoff push too.
that's true, but I mean, not every team has a backup QB who's ready to start as well.
Okay. I won't
Please
get
don't get him
into that
started,
rabbit
man.
hole, but okay.
I mean, am I saying that's false? Like,
I mean,
everybody doesn't have a backup QB who's could be a starter.
I mean, how can you say that about Jalen Hurts when he was a rookie and he
Right.
never started?
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, I'm not saying he's showed potential as being a starter, but when you draft a QB early, it gets the fans riled up. It gets the players riled up, and people start asking, "Is he going to start? Is he going to start?" You know what I'm saying? Like, so his lease is a little bit shorter when you have someone who's potentially ready to start. For example, like if Aaron Rodgers starts playing bad, like there's no one. The fans are not going to be pushing for his backup. You know what I'm saying? And
Why? They drafted Jordan Love in the first round.
I can say that about many teams.
Right. I get the point you're making, but that kind of goes against what you just said because we drafted a quarterback high the same way the Eagles drafted a quarterback high.
But he's trash. He ain't
Nobody
anybody worried about Love.
We don't
Anybody
know
worried about
if he's
Love?
trash or not.
We don't know.
Aaron Rodgers was the same way. He ain't end up trash.
No, Aaron Rodgers was not the same way. They was when Favre was in, they was talking about Aaron taking over as well. In the same situation, there was a lot of rumbling with the players, a lot of rumbling with the fans. They wanted A-Rod to start.
I don't know what year you're talking about, but that probably was
Moose full of shit.
What?
He sat for like
Come
3
on, you a
years.
Packers fan, bro. They weren't rumbling, wanted A-Rod to start, especially with the bull flip-flopping, say he's going to retire.
Yeah,
he's not going to retire.
yeah, like the year, like
the last couple years.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
last couple
when he got
years.
drafted.
Bro, he sat for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I think it
Jalen
was a
Hurts
game.
sat for 8 games.
I think it was a game
2.5
where
years. In them 2.5
I think it
years,
was a game Favre got hurt, and they were just like, "Yeah, they ain't gonna win with this guy." Like, so like they didn't know. Like,
Yeah, that was Chris Collinsworth.
yeah, it
Pittsburgh don't
was
mean nothing.
against Dallas. It was against Dallas. I remember that. Yeah.
All right. So
They ain't gonna win with this guy.
while we on the topic of quarterbacks that had some issues this year, Moose made me think about it. I was hearing at the end of the season that the Dolphins locker room wasn't really loving Tua like that, and there was a chance that they draft another quarterback. What do y'all think about that?
You might as well.
That's
sell
emotion.
your soul
That's
for
emotion
Eli.
because they ain't make the playoffs. That was emotion because if he finds a way to win to get them in the playoffs, that whole conversation changes. So they got smoked at the Bills week 17, and
Definitely
then how what's his face in week 16 I think it was at the Raiders came in and won the game. So obviously guys are gonna feel some type of way because there's just more flow to the offense, but I think they handicap him. Like they don't really let him, just like throw the ball around the park. It's like it's dink and dunk, and then all right, can't get it on third. Let's punt and let the defense. They had the number one defense for a while, so I think they handicapped him. But they gotta let the boy loose, man. Like they do Fitz. They let Fitz go out there with free range, but the offense don't. They run. Yeah, Fitz is like you can't control Fitz though. Like so.
That's understandable. They did have him on a leash.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Tua, he showed flashes of good. I mean, he showed flashes of his age, but I'm saying he's a young QB, man. Give him a chance, like you know what I'm saying. I think they put him in a little bit too early.
Yeah,
I feel like they should have. I feel like they should have let Fitz play a little longer, him sit behind him. So I feel that was the Miami fault.
Yeah, they was 500, and then they put him in, and then They won a couple games with him starting. Now you're stuck
They
with
started
him.
off like 3-3, right?
Yeah, that's when he won that game. Tua played like 2 snaps. And they made him a starter. And then, yeah, man.
That don't make no sense to me to draft another quarterback. You might as well go all in and go get D-Watt. You're going to be in the same position with half of these quarterbacks. If it's not Lawrence, you're gambling with that 4th pick or any other quarterback. None of those other quarterbacks are for sure legit starters, NFL starters. It don't matter if it's Justin Fields, Wilson, Trey Lance. I think there's one more quarterback, but
Leave us, please.
it really don't matter. Might as well trade both.
Y'all think Trevor Lawrence is it?
He is.
I think he's the most NFL-ready quarterback out of all the quarterbacks.
It's just hard to see with a team like that. I mean, Jags got talent. It's just if they can put it together. They got receivers. Like, let's see.
Yeah. So let's talk about our teams a little bit of a recap from the year. Give me one guy from each of your teams that really disappointed this year, and then give me one guy that exceeded expectations. Yeah, we can start with you.
I don't want to start with you for nah. Gurley disappointed. Actually, like he started the year off like hot, like he was like top 5 in rushing after maybe like the first 6-7 weeks, and then I think the knee issues flared up. So I expected more from him, more from the run game, honestly. And Floyd Luakon from Yale, like he came out of nowhere. Like I think it was like Floyd Luakon from Yale.
From Yale, linebacker.
Yeah, he was just forced fumbles like every week. It seemed like he was wreaking havoc, but defense didn't play well as a whole, so he doesn't stick out that much. But the one game that did it for him was against the Chiefs, I think. When we had the Chiefs on the ropes, literally was probably like the last team to really be that close to beating him. So, yeah, he surprised me this year, and Gurley was my disappointment.
Moose, how about you?
Boy, that whole offense, boy.
Yeah, I was about to say that when you were saying disappointment, I was trying to sit here and really like run down who I feel was a disappointment, but it's too many. I was going to go the easy way out and say Wentz, but I thought that would be too easy, and we talked about him already. And I was going to go with Miles Sanders, but I really feel like I can't go with Miles Sanders because I feel like the Eagles' schedule, we went against a lot of tough front sevens and tough defense, so I don't want to hang it on Miles as well. And then I was thinking about Ertz and the tight ends with Goddard and Ertz. They had
Ooh, that Ertz boy.
They had trash years.
That boy stink.
And it's just like you would expect those two to have a good year coming from the tight end position, but it's just a lot of disappointments all over. But people,
so you blame the front office?
I mean, maybe that too as well. They was drafting pretty horrible as well. But people who surprised me was Travis Fulgham. He came off the practice squad. No one knew him. And he just was dogging this year. Had a few big games. Brandon Graham was holding it down this year. He was dogging, but he always do his thing. But it was just a lot of disappointments. But those two stood out to me this year: Brandon Graham and Travis Fulgham.
Understandable. Cheese, how about you?
For me, it's the entire defense besides Jeffrey Simmons. We had a historical bad defense. Defense sucked. There was no bright spots.
Huh? Need that Dean Pease, man.
Definitely, he out there in ATL. I'm hating. I can't lie. But, yeah, our defense stunk. I don't know what it was. Well, I know what it was, but entire defense, like, you can just, like, only people that left was Logan Ryan and Jarrell Casey, and our defense was, like, historically bad, like the worst third down defense in NFL history. You could run on us. You could pass on us.
But, y'all still went, 11-5? That's still good.
11-5. Offense
and won a division.
Yeah, definitely did. But, I mean, that's the bad part. The good part, DH, man, what can I say? AP Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, it's not really – I expected that shit. I expected that, so I'm not really – as much as he got the ball, I'm not even going to try to hype him, but as much as he's got the ball and how big he is. I kind of expected that, how durable he is. But, I mean, our offense was great this year. I really can't complain about nothing about the offense. So that was probably our best part. But double-edged sword, bad offense, good offense, bad defense. It is what it is. On to next year, though.
We all on to next year. I'd say my biggest disappointment probably was either out of Preston Smith, who had a good year last year, kind of went missing this year, or Kevin King, as we all saw in the playoff game, how he got torched up. So, especially how he was talking last year about him and Jair being, one of the best combos in the league, and then that was embarrassing what happened in the chip.
Yeah, he was in every touchdown photo. That's crazy. Bro, you cannot do that, bro.
Yeah, he snuck it up.
He looked crazy on all of them.
The one right before half, I mean, it is his fault, but it's a horrible defensive call altogether. Like, you don't play man in that situation and have no.
You don't put them dudes back at the goal line.
Exactly.
You give up the field goal. Like, all right, whatever. Like, kick the 45-yarder. It is what it is. It's 17-10.
I think one field goal was already missed at that point too. Somebody missed the extra point or a field goal already, I believe too.
They missed the extra point, I think.
Yeah. Who, the Bucks did?
I think the Bucks. Nah, because they had 14. No, they didn't. They didn't miss.
But yeah, it was. No, that's why I'm happy to see Patton leave, because that's.
I know you've been kind of.
Those things.
You had a funny feeling about him.
Hope they say that.
But like, why would you do that?
I think he's not a bad coach. He don't make very good adjustments, and when the game is
on the fly though, like on the fly, he just can't.
And that's not even a hard call to make. Like if you give up,
bro, they gave y'all a chance. They called timeout, and then threw the like. It's not like it was like hurry up. Like they was gonna punt. He called timeout, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna throw a bomb. And you let little Scotty Miller just run right by. Like, bro, first of all, you shouldn't even be in that position where you're getting beat by anybody.
Right. He's not even a burner. He's like a little slot guy. So it is what it is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For exceeding, I'm gonna go with a guy that the chat loves. I'm gonna go with MVS. He still had his drops, but I think he came up with a lot of big plays this year. He was able to take the top off. He dropped a couple of passes. Like I said already, he dropped some passes, but he was a lot more involved in the intermediate game, unlike last year where he was nothing but, take the top off. So I think if his hands get a little bit better, pair him on one side, have Tay on the other side, put Lazar in the slot a little more.
Yeah, I don't think hands get better. I think you just like that. Like, you might not drop as many, but like I don't think hands get better. I think your hands are what your hands are. I've never seen someone like go from not catching to all of a sudden this cat is just like can't miss. Like, you might not drop as many, but you still can't catch.
Yeah, but it was an improvement from last year.
I'm a dog though. I don't know.
He had a pretty good season. Hopefully we draft a wide receiver too. That'd be great. Speaking of the draft, we'll probably do the whole, well, not next episode, but some episode in the future completely focused on the draft. But what's the single biggest draft need you guys think for your team this year? Moose, I'll start with you.
Quarterback.
Please. Be gifted in that position right now.
Oh, gifted. Oh, you're gifted. Yo, look at these things.
The two are easy is crazy, man.
But yeah. We got a few holes that I feel like we got to plug.
You know you can get a wide receiver. Cut it.
But no, wide receiver is definitely a need. But I feel like we definitely see a lot of people when I say offensive line, like, oh, y'all need line, you don't need line, but we really do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I heard
because we always line's always banged up. Jason Peters is on his way out. Lane Johnson is getting old. And
Kelsey old.
Kelsey, he's still got some life left, but we're gonna have to replace him soon. And the young boy Diller and the other young boy we got, Big V. I like them, but they not it. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like we could get more depth in the O-line position. But it's definitely wide receiver, O-line, and maybe some
Get your
more
corner, too.
cornerback help.
Yeah, get your corner.
But honestly, though, with Slater, he helped it up. You wasn't really feeling that leaky defense how we had before.
It's a passing league. You need at least 2 corners, bro. You better stop.
We do need another one, but we did way better with Slay. Way better.
Definitely improved.
I mean, you couldn't get worse. Like, I was getting cooked.
It couldn't get worse.
Yeah, you let Mariota throw for like 350. You can't get worse.
What about you, Cheese? I'm assuming somewhere on that defense, you're gonna say.
Yeah, definitely. Pass rusher for sure. But I think they're gonna pay somebody in free agency. But I'm gonna go with wide receiver because I think Adam Humphries is gonna get cut and Corey Davis is a free agent. So you just have AJ Brown. You're gonna need another weapon. So I think we'll draft a wide receiver, and I think we're gonna pay a pass rusher. Besides that, there's a couple cap
casualties. Play Clowney again?
I take Clowney. I take Clowney on a 1-year, $3 million deal. You ain't getting no bread.
He stole 15.
Yeah, he stole. He owed 2 years, $18 million. Come take this 1 year, $3 million deal.
He was trying to get more too.
He wilding. Yeah, he wilding, but it is what it is. I ain't really. He got us. You know, everybody got.
Yeah.
Feel me? Everybody get. I mean, the Eagles paid what? Namdi, Vince
come
Young,
on,
and
man.
all them dudes.
Yo, come on. So, you know,
all right, quick. You know where I'm gonna go with this. But yeah, wide receiver or pass rusher, regardless what they do, like depending on what they do in free agency, one or the two should be one of our first 2 picks.
Yeah, how you feel?
We want to start. Nah, we definitely need edge defender. Like it's, I don't know. Last time we had pass rush.
Go get Big Beasley back.
Bro, he building a church now, bro. He done. Bro. We let Tap go, so we definitely need edge help. Hopefully we address that at least second or third round in the draft. But definitely a safety, bro. I can't go another year seeing Ricardo Allen back there. So, I think we would have drafted Antoine Winfield, but the Bucks picked right before us. The Bucks had to pick before us. Yeah, we were offensive line last year. I'm pretty sure we would have drafted him. So, I'm hoping, we don't need we need to brace for the future of after Matt Ryan. But we could get a quarterback at 4 and just groom him, but that's not. We could still win games with Matt Ryan, so I'm not worried about that. But that defense got to get that thing leaky. We could use another corner, but definitely safety and edge is my top 2 priorities.
I think for us, I'm hoping that we go – I haven't really looked and seen who's out there, but I hope we go corner. First round, we got a late 20s pick, so get somebody to be on the opposite side of Jair. I think the defense is underrated. I think we just need a better coach. We got Savage and Amos in the back end. Got Z and Kenny and Rashawn Gary up front. We could use a middle linebacker. Kirksey played well, though, this year. So I definitely think we should go corner. And eventually, we got to draft a wide receiver. I know they are doing everything they can not to draft one, but we got to draft a wide receiver. So I would go corner, and I would go wide receiver after that. So Super Bowl week, we got the Chiefs and the Bucks. So predictions: who do you think wins, and what's your one biggest key to victory? I'll start with Jay.
Going Chiefs by 10. I was telling Chiefs earlier. They just can't be stopped. Honestly, I'm pretty sure the Bucks are some pressure, but it's just a lot of mismatches. I just don't think they have the personnel to really keep up. Kelsey's, I think Kelsey with Devin White and Levante David in the middle would be a good matchup, but Kelsey's been torturing. He's been torturing everybody this year. We seen what Reek did to Carlton Davis. It was 200 and a quarter, 200 12 minutes. I think if they can't get pressure, if they can't get Mahomes off his spot and then make the play then, he extend plays well and still find guys when he's about to get sacked anyway. If they can't get to Mahomes though, how the Niners was doing, then it's going to be a long day.
Agreed. Cheese, what about you? Who are you taking?
I got the Bucks, man. I don't know why, but you just don't bet against Tom. I'm gonna just take the Bucks. I mean, no Eric Fisher, Shaquille Barrett, and JPP is having a very well season. They could stop the run with just those front four. I mean, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're a problem regardless, but it's hard. It's hard. I don't know. You just can't. I'm not betting against Tom.
He does always find a way to win because there's no way they should have won from 3 picks. But I digress. Moose.
Man, I hate to agree with Chiefs, but I think I'm going with the Bucks as well.
Really?
Why you hate to agree with me?
Because you ugly. But
grow up.
It's just that I just feel like it just seems like the Chiefs is too easy right now. It just looks like it's a landslide right now. Like, and I had no explanation for it. I don't know why. I had no explanation, but I just feel like the Bucks have got it right now. And it's just a story tale. It's a fairy tale league. Like, you know what I mean? I could see them just making a big story about Tom Brady. He did it when he was 20. He did it when he was 30. He did it when he was 70. He did it when he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could just see him making a big story. The greatest who ever did it. The oldest who ever did it. The youngest who ever did it. The prettiest who ever did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Bro.
You know, like,
where's this? Who's is crazy, bro?
You feel me?
He just called that grown-ass man pretty.
I knew something was going to happen. The way that was going, I knew something. Yeah, it was just.
But Moose, I'm confused. So I remember all season we doing power rankings, and until the end, we weren't putting the Chiefs first, and you just kept telling us it's not the Steelers, it's not this, it's not that, it's the Chiefs. They're gonna be there when it's all said and done. They need to be number one. Now they hit their stride and they're looking unstoppable. And you're saying, nah, the Bucks.
Griselda did it to him.
Now listen, don't get me wrong. The Chiefs are the better
butcher
team.
coming, Moose.
I literally said it looks like a landslide. Like if like the Chiefs are the better team and they should win. But like I said, I have a feeling that.
Oh, you know what's happening. Moose has a feeling, but he can't explain the feeling.
There go that earth. The earth.
Like he feel it, but he just can't get it. Like,
I can't give you no reason, but it is feeling like the Bucks right now.
Okay, I respect it. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I think they should be able to win it pretty handily, like Jay. Their offense, I don't know how they're gonna stop that offense. It's just too creative, and I don't think they'll be able to get home on Mahomes either. So, and once again, it might just be my bias, but I don't think Brady looked that good even against us. Our defense was just.
He didn't. They was gassing it. They was gassing like he won the game. Like,
yeah,
they don't realize he almost blew it. Like,
yeah. So I think the back end of that Chiefs defense won't be giving it up as easy as our corners and the safeties was. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, probably by at least 8, at least a touchdown, something like that. That's what I would go with. What else did I have written down? I think that's all we need to cover for today. I want to make this episode longer than it needs to be. Hopefully we'll be back on next week. We had a long break last time, but we'll come back on, talk about the Super Bowl, talk about everything that happened. We can start getting into some draft stuff. I don't know.
Mock's coming out.
Oh yeah, I was going to get to that. Shout outs. I was just going to say shout out to everybody who got in on the squares. What is it? $125 a quarter, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So
shout out to Miss Alfred too, man, getting it in.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She held us down, made sure we got that filled up. So shout out to her. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I got a couple boxes. Hopefully I'll be able to come on the next episode and say I won at least a quarter. Won't be no cheating, so you don't got to worry about that.
Oh, dang. I didn't know we could buy boxes, man. I thought we was chilling.
He was in Phoenix though.
You acting like king now. You acting like king now.
I thought the pod was chilling I thought it was for the fans.
I knew I was going to chill just off the simple fact that I'm just.
Yeah, you were running
controlling everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other shout outs though?
Teofimo.
Haney talk.
They hate the boxer talk.
Bro, because you don't understand, yo. Like, they don't just do it there. Gabe be on the timeline like, oh, what's a fight? Like, I'm like, bro, like, I don't want to hear it in the chat. And I go on Twitter and it's right there. Like, Yo. And then he'll just like, yo, Moose, they on right now. Like, bro, just watch it. that boy Moose is at work, so like, watch the fight, yo. But yo, he can't beat him if he do it. Like, just like you don't know how each fight is gonna happen. Like, you can only like hope. You know what I mean? Like, if we hit him with that right, though, it's like, all right, man. Like, yo, let's do trivia, bro.
But yeah, we're gonna get out of here before they kick us off. Hopefully, we'll be on next week. We'll catch y'all then. Legal No Name.
Tighten up, ATL Titans.